May I derail slightly? Because Maria's husband brought my attention to something that I had not noticed before. I was busy focusing on Matt's Peabody. But on my screen, if I look slightly to the side of that, over in Maria's window, is that like 4 Emmy Awards?
Oh, Andrew,
What?
that's 9 Emmy Awards.
And like, how did you do the overlay to get them on the shelf like that?
Yeah,
Like, what's
this
the...
is some really complicated graphics editing that I'm doing live right now.
Oh,
What
Andrew,
is
that's
happening?
9.
There's 9 of them. I think I have 10 to my name, but I don't have the 10th
Okay.
trophy.
The
This is-
extent of my knowledge is that you two do a podcast together and it's about Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that they gave out Emmys for podcasts.
This is for sure for the podcast. 100%.
Can
That
you
would be
please
so
tell me
cool.
what's going on?
Oh, yeah. Before my life as a podcaster, I worked in TV, and I was like I did a lot of things, but my favorite thing to do was be what we call a one-man band. And so I would go out and shoot and edit and produce and make these little documentaries, which I really, really enjoyed doing because they were primarily arts documentaries where we interviewed local Minneapolis artists about their life and what they love to do. And I'm
extra glad I told you about the Minneapolis Burlesque Festival then.
Well, yes, absolutely. I mean, it was such a great show. I don't think it exists anymore, but it was called Emmy Original, and then I also had one called Artist Day Jobs, and you can go and watch some of those if you're interested.
Cool.
And so these are Midwest regional Emmys, so this is not like a daytime TV Emmy or anything like that. But they are the same, so they weigh the same and they kill the same if there's an intruder. But funnily enough, on the bottom of them is a fun fact that says that if a recipient or the recipient's heir or successor in interest proposes to sell or otherwise dispose of this Emmy statuette, such person shall be obligated to return the statuette to the academy from which it was received, which will retain the same storage in memory of the recipient. So it's like a weird official
it's like the Academy Awards. You have to sell them back to the Academy for $1.
Isn't that so weird? I had no idea. Oh yeah, there's a picture in chat. That's when I had a pretty good night. But no, I worked at like a small Minnesota TV station early on in my career, and we only had 2 people when we were doing like a similar arts documentary show down in Austin, Minnesota. It was called Off 90. And the station up in the Twin Cities was winning all these awards, and I was like kind of mad about it because I was like, whatever, like they have a team of like 15 people, we can do it with 2. And the good thing about living in Austin, Minnesota is other than the Spam Museum, there's literally nothing to do. And so I worked 60, 70 hours a week or whatever, and we went up to the awards show that year and we won a ton of Emmys, and I was like very proud of us. And it proved to myself that like you don't need a lot of money and you don't need a huge crew to make something incredible in video production. Like you can do it yourself just with heart and with desire. And so that started my television career, and then I quit to talk about magic.
So we know what your contribution to the mystery box is.